A convoy of 3 ships carrying some 400 tons of aid has left Cyprus bound for Gaza. It will be the second shipment of aid to reach the enclave by sea after a first ship over 2 weeks ago now. And it comes as the Palestinian Red Crescent reported another deadly aid delivery in northern Gaza this Saturday. At least 5 people were killed and dozens wounded by gunfire and a stampede as thousands gathered for the arrival of aid trucks. The UN, EU, and others have accused Israel of orchestrating a man-made famine in Gaza, charges that Israel denies. Well, for more, I'm joined by our international affairs editor, Kethevane Gorjestani. Kethevane, what do we know about this latest deadly aid incident?
Well, we know very little, and what we know comes from the Red Crescent, who is on the ground there. You mentioned at least 5 dead, dozens more injured in this incident that involved, as you said, both gunfire and stampede. And according to some of the eyewitnesses that have been quoted in some of the reports, the eyewitnesses talked about possibly shots fired both by Palestinians who were overseeing the spread of that aid in northern Gaza, but also from Israeli forces. So it's really unclear exactly what the events were like, how they unfolded, but there seems to have been shots fired and stampede. And according to some of the reports coming out of the hospitals, there were people with gunshot wounds and also people who had been trampled. But what has happened here is unfortunately not the first time we're seeing such chaos around the delivery of aid. The most notable event, of course, was about a month ago when more than 100 people died in similar circumstances where you had both shots fired and a stampede. It also shows how difficult it is to get aid to the people who need it the most. There's one thing to get it on the ground. There's another thing, which is to distribute it to the people who need it. That's why you're seeing, as you were mentioning, those shipments coming in from the sea, also those airdrops, which come with their own risks. You saw some people being killed by the drop of some of these pallets, others drowning as they were trying to retrieve some of that food from the water. One thing that also has to be noted for our viewers is that the reason why we have so few details as to what exactly is happening is that there are very few independent journalists on the ground in Gaza. There are few freelance locals, Palestinians, who are both living through these bombardments and also trying to report and send media organizations around the world those images that we're seeing. And the few international foreign reporters who get in usually go in embedded with the Israeli forces, and that really creates a sort of information vacuum, which is why we have difficulty with other media organizations really confirming what exactly is happening.